Hi everyone, so I'm going to be showing you the most common wheel trims that are in the UK. Now, there are a few that are extremely common, but I actually don't have yet. But this is also, no aftermarkets are in this video, only genuine hubcaps. So I'm going to start off with this Vauxhall Corsa D wheel trim. I think it's a Corsa D. This one has the old badge. I've got one with the new badge as well. These are pretty common. Now, they're not really common where I am, but other parts of the UK, they're really common. People have loads of them, so I think that deserves to be on the list. Then there is this one. This one is a Citroen C1. I think it's a C1, or is it C2? No, I think it's a C1, this one. These are really common for a lot of people. Personally, this is my only one that I have, because they're quite uncommon where I am. I didn't even find this one either. Someone gave it to me, but so I basically haven't even found a single one of them in my life. This one's a rare one, but it's also a common one. This is a rare one, but it deserves to be on this list, because these are extremely common as hidden finds. I know a lot of people who find these all the time as hidden finds. Now, I shouldn't say it really deserves to be on this list, but I think it should be because of how common they are as hidden finds themselves. Even though it's almost completely impossible to find one as a fresh fall-off. Right, then there's next is a Volkswagen. This one's a Volkswagen Polo. I've got about 2 or 3 of these, and that's it. So I haven't got many of these. This one is only missing one of those like metal clips. A lot of them are missing all of them, or most of them, but they're pretty common as well. This one. Now these ones, they're not too common for me. I've only got 3 of them. And this one actually in particular, this one was from a job lot, so I basically only found 2 of these before. But this one, Ford Fiesta, very common. And yeah, this one's actually in pretty good condition. Actually, most of the time we find them as really bad finds. But this one's only got that much damage. So that's pretty good. Then there is a Ford Fusion. Now these aren't common for some collectors, some parts of the UK, but a lot of the parts of the UK, these are really common. I've probably seen about 100 of these, like on dual carriageways and stuff in the past, and like in the past year or so. So it's a lot of wheel trims. But yeah. Right, then there is an LTI. This one's quite rare where I am. I didn't find this one actually, but these ones are really common near like cities and stuff. I don't live anywhere near a city except for near Cambridge, but I don't think I'll find many taxi ones because it's not that close to Cambridge that I'll be finding taxis all the time. They're still pretty common for a lot of collectors who live in this city. Then there is a Vauxhall Bavaro one. I found one of these recently actually. I don't think this is the same one that I found recently, but these are pretty common. I've got 3 or 4 in total myself. So yeah, these are pretty common as well. Then there's this one. Now, to me, these are really common to fall off. I see them like with cars with these off like all the time. Some collectors, I know a few collectors who don't have any of these for some reason, but I have loads of them. Well, by the way, I'm happy to trade them if you want. I've got 4 to trade. I've got 3 to trade. So if you want to trade them, then you can. This one's got all the clips actually on the back. A lot of them don't. But yeah. Then there is this one. Now this one is the most common hubcap for me. By far the most common genuine hubcap. Vauxhall Astra. I've probably found about 30 of these. I've only got about 9 or 10 at the moment, including an Opal version, which is quite rare here. But yeah, this one is extremely common where I am, and also around a lot of the UK as well. Collectors have quite a few of them because of the really bad clip design as well. Probably why they came off all the time. But yeah, I actually found one about a week ago. A month ago. So yeah, okay. Then there's this one. This one. A lot of these ones that I have, I think I've got 5 of them. About 3 of them I got from a job lot, but about 2 or 3 of them I've actually found. And these are pretty common where I am. I see them all the time on roads, which I can't stop for. They're really common. This is a no traffic one, that one. Yeah, a lot of the time they're in really bad condition. That one's actually in good condition, so it's alright. And there's this Ford KA one. These are really common. Right here. Oh, Mum's calling me, 1 sec. Alright, so next up is a Ford KA one. A lot of the time these are found with no paint. I have 3 of these from the exact same car because I found them about a week apart from each other. So an unfortunate driver, I guess. But yeah, these are really, really common. They fall off all the time, and yeah. Right, then there is a Vauxhall Astra. Yeah, Vauxhall Astra one. We had the same design as this on my mum's car, actually. Very damaged ones, actually. The ones on my mum's car are really badly scratched and chipped. This one's actually not really too bad condition. I only have 1 of these for some reason, but I think I found 2 or 3 of them before in the past. There's also a what do you call it? A Astra is a not an Insignia. I can't remember what it was called. Vectra, sorry, Vauxhall Vectra version, which has none of these like gaps in it, and they're in 16-inch. They're a bit less common, so they're not on this list at the moment. Yeah, they're still pretty common. I've got like 4. I've got like 5 or 6 of them. Then there is this Ford Fiesta one. I've only got 2 of these. I think I found about 3 or 4 of these Fiesta ones before that were completely flattened. Before I actually found a decent one. Then I found that was actually another one that's actually in my room at the moment. Then I found this one. This one's actually in really bad condition, like a lot of them are, because they've got like really low tyres. They've got really bad clipping system as well, I think, because I put one of those, I think it was that exact one actually, on my dad's van, and it didn't take much just to take it right off. I think there's actually a video on my channel where I put it on my dad's van and it just comes off somewhere. Can't remember exactly when it was. About 6 months ago, I think. Right, then there's the Peugeot 206. I've probably found about 5 or 6 of these before. This is one of them. I think this is my most recent 206 one, because this one's got like a little chip on the edge, which is a shame. I've got 2 or 3 of these to sell, so if anyone wants to have one, then let me know. But yeah, this one's in really good condition. A lot of the time, they're in really good condition on the back. I did once find one in a petrol garage station, which was completely run over. But apart from that, they're usually in good condition. Maybe not on the front, because sometimes it could be really badly scratched up. Yeah. Then there is a Ford Mondeo. Now this one, I've found about 3 or 4, maybe 5 of these before. But for a few collectors, these are quite uncommon. But where I am, these are really, really common. A lot of the parts of the UK, they're common. I've only got 2 or 3 of these before. So, you know, they're not really that common for me, but they're still pretty common for most collectors. Obviously, I have to bring in this one on the list, Fiat 500. I think the colour therapy ones actually are getting a lot more common. I don't have a colour therapy one at the moment, but this is just an example of just a genuine Fiat 500 one. A lot of the time they're really badly scratched up, and sometimes they're even completely broken because of a really bad clipping system. Because if I just take the clips out like that of the ring, this bends right there, but that does not take a lot at all. It's like cardboard. It's like bending cardboard. It's really easy to break them, I think. Even though I don't want to do that because this one's going to be sold. But yeah. Then there is obviously one of the most common wheel trims, Volkswagen Polo to Volkswagen Fox. I think this version is just off of Volkswagen Fox. This one's in really bad condition, unfortunately, but it's the one with a good badge. So I'll probably be restoring it at some point. This one has no clips on the back. But I didn't really care about the clips anyways. This one, obviously I had to bring it in this list. This one is a Ford Focus, wasn't it? Ford Focus or Mondeo? I think there can be a Ford Focuses and a Mondeos at the same time, I think. Because I've seen a few Mondeos with these on. But anyways, they're really common. I've only ever found like 3 or 4 of these before. Quite a lot of the time they're in bad condition, so I don't really bother videoing them. This one is, I think this particular one I got from a job lot. But the other 2 that I found, but yeah, I've got 2 of them for selling actually. Then there's this Ford K one. These ones are getting a little bit less common, but they're still pretty common. I've got like 4 or 5 of them, I think. I've probably found about 6 or 7 in my time of collecting. It was actually this design right here is actually the first genuine hubcap I ever found in my collection. So it's pretty cool, even though they're pretty common. But this one is all clips. It's pretty nice. Usually they're in really bad condition. The paint, like not paint, sorry, the badges bubbled up. My finger, they're actually freezing. This one's in really good condition. This one I'm going to be keeping. The other 3 or 4 I'm going to be throwing away. Not throwing away, selling. Then there's this one. This one is a full Mondeo. Now I've got 3 of, I think I found like 4 or 5 of these before. But this one in particular is brand new. There was a set of 3 that were brand new. which we got from my mum's from eBay, I think it was, brand new, unused. And one of them I put on my mum's car. And the other two are in my garage for last year. I didn't even realise. But yeah, this one is in mint condition, obviously, even though it's got a bit of not damage, but like a bit of like scuffing marks where like they've stored it in like a factory thing or wherever they store it. Oh, I've got another one. Now these are actually quite common. I didn't realise I had another one. These aren't quite common, but for a lot of collectors, they are pretty common for a lot of people. It is a Vauxhall Zafira. Now I've got about 4 or 5 of them. I probably found about 6 or 7 in my time of collecting. These are pretty common. The most recent one I found was about 3 months ago, which I found up against a fence, upside down. There's actually a video on my channel, obviously, so go and check it out. But yeah, they're pretty common. And yeah, they're getting less common, but they're still pretty common. I've literally just took a chunk out of my skin. That's painful. But yeah, that is the entire wheel trims that are common in the UK. Now I'll have to do a universal thing of this, where I do most common universal ones, because this is my collection right here. Well, not collection, but my entire collection. There's some over there as well on the back. But these are all the universals. So if you want to do your most common universals in the UK, please let me know. Yeah, these are all the most common genuine hubcaps in the UK, which I have at the moment. There's actually also a 5-spoke Corsa wheel trim, which are pretty common actually. But I don't actually have one of those yet for some reason, because they're quite rare where I live. So yeah, anyways, I haven't got one of those yet, but it's the 5-spoke Corsa one, which are pretty common. I haven't got one here though. But I hope you enjoyed, and that was a very long video actually, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.